So this is block number 1B. We're working on row 1. And I've added on the pattern, you've got rotary cutting instructions. So you've got your key block, your rotary cutting instructions, and I've also included the AccuQuilt compatible dies. And so I'm finding as I'm doing these patterns, there's a lot of 6-inch and 9-inch cubes in there that you can use. These are really simple blocks. Like I said, this was early on in what I was designing. And so they're not complicated at all. So you can rotary cut these really easy. And
so you don't need AccuQuilt. I mean, you could do it with the rotary cutter, right?
You can do it with the rotary cutter, and I'm going to show you right now because I'm going to do
the Quilter Select boxes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this is a Quilter Select ruler. And so let me just show you what we're used to.
What's the finished block size?
9-inch.
9-inch.
And there is a 1.5-inch sashing, and then I made the border a little smaller too because it didn't quite fit. I know a little bit more about border scale, so we're going to make this quilt, but we're going to make it better.
Ooh,
and then the other thing that I did, since we have access to all of the Paintbrush Studio fabrics, we're making every block a different color.
Cool.
So even better. So the Quilter Select rulers. So we're used to rulers that just slide around on our fabric like this. So when we put this finished side down, you do take a little bit of getting used to with this, and I'm not really putting any pressure on this fabric. So I'm going to cut my main block first, and that is this one, and it is 5 by 5, and that would be die number 1 from the 9-inch cube. See what I mean about a sharp blade? And to square up your blocks, you can just spin your ruler around. They do make a 5-inch ruler, I think, or is it 5.5?
I think might be 5.5. Yeah, we can get you signed up, Amber.
Miranda's signed up for this?
Yep.
Yep. So if you want a kit, comment "Make It Mine." And this color is Aquarius. I should be doing this block in February.
Isn't there a song you could break into there in the 60s or 70s or something?
This is the diamond age.
That's the one I was thinking of.
We're in sync.
That's right.
Next block in the Aquarius is 4 patches, 2 3/4.
Carla, we'll look for that page link, and Chloe will post it.
Yep, you can go to the website and in the search bar, type "sew space a space long," and both patterns will come up for you. So I'm going to cut lengthwise on this.
Link and
2 3/4, and I need 4 of them.
They have 5-inch, not 5.5, and then it jumps to 6 and 6.5.
Okay. What sizes were that again?
5 by 5, 6 by 6, 6.5 by 6.5.
Okay.
The one I like a lot is the 3 by 18.
Mm-hmm.
I use that one a lot, and the 3 by 12.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little easier. And so to use these rulers, what I'm actually doing is holding it up a little bit, lining it up with the edge, and then just dropping it down. And a good trick that I've seen on Alex Anderson's website is if you're cutting, hang your pinky off the side of your ruler. That way you won't cut your finger off.
I bet I could if I didn't want to.
So the kit, what is the what are they picking up in the kit? Is it just a fat quarter, or what is it?
It's some of them will be fat quarters because it takes a little more pieces, but it's a fat 1/8 of the color and a fat 1/8 of black.
Okay.
And then
we have quite a few pickups, it looks like. So.
Okay. Let us know if you want us to hold them for a month, and then
ship them all at once.
Ship them all at once, or if you want to have them shipped. So that's it for the Aquarius. We move to Ebony, which is what Paintbrush Studios calls black. And we need 4 patches of 5" by 2 3/4. So I'm going to fold this in half this way and cut them all at once. Because I think that's 5 inches. Yep. So I'm going to cut a strip 2 3/4. So I'm using the ruler to square up on my fold line. Cut that, spin it around, and then do my 2 3/4. Trim this off.
Charlotte wanted to know, will they need the leftovers for any other part of the quilt?
No.
Okay. I don't know about that little bitty piece, but that may go on top of the Christmas tree or something. But
or stuck to your clothes.
So people are asking, when did this start? So this is block 2, correct?
Started last week. This was last week's block.
Yep. So Corinne, you're only just 1 block. So.
And these are super easy blocks. So like I said, it was probably about a year, maybe a year and a half of making other people's quilts, and I decided that I got bored doing that, so I wanted to make my own. So here is one of my first ones.
And it's a remake now.
And now it's a remake.
Redo.
So we'll start with the big pieces.
Marilyn's cat wants the little pieces, so save those.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I'm using that are real handy, we got these back in stock. This is a magnet that you can just put right on your 1/4 inch line on your machine. I'm using 2615. That's that thread that just disappears with every color. And scissors, I'll grab those in a minute.
And Sherry asked if they sign up for the first one, they're signed up for all of them.
Yes.
Okay.
So Carrie is making a spreadsheet for those. And Sherry, just let us know if you want to hold them for a month and ship them all at once. So there's that piece. And I'm going to string piece a little bit here so you can see how fast this block goes together. Other piece. So you're sewing these 2 3/4 pieces to this 5 inch piece on each side.
Oh, plus she's doing the scavenger hunt, right, Sherry? Yeah, so there was a question about the magnet and the computerized sewing machines.
Not a problem.
Some, I think, have tried it with a few models that didn't quite work, though. I don't remember which one, but...
So if you have, like this is just a straight stitch machine, so it's got real narrow feed dogs, and if you have a machine that has wider feed dogs, you'll want to move your needle to the right so that you can have your magnet not on top of the feed dogs, because in the center position sometimes this magnet would lay on top of, would cover the feed dogs, and that wouldn't work. But if you move your needle, it works. And I like it better than the foot because I don't have to change my feet out. So you've got that, you've got this one. And
what's the number on the thread again? I don't know if we posted the actual, did we say what the number was?
For the color of the month?
Yeah.
2870.
2870. Chloe will put a number in there. Yeah, so the Baby Lock Soprano, that was one that I think it didn't fit quite right on there. Is that right, Debbie? Is that what you had?
So that, yeah. So that might, and so there's the basic layout for our block. So let's go over here to the iron and just press these seams. So with this black and this blue being so light, I'm going to press towards the dark.
Is that right?
Yes, 28.7.
Gotta hold your tongue right when you're ironing. Does anybody else do that? I find myself making faces when I'm ironing, and it's like, and we are pressing, not ironing. Are you laughing at me?
I was just squish it down.
Yeah, you do want them flat. Squish them down.
Did we get the pictures for the scavenger hunt out?
I have them ready to post, and then they will be on each website tomorrow or tonight.
Okay.
But definitely tomorrow.
So new pictures for the scavenger hunt to start with.
So
Hi, Karen.
Just making sure that these seams are nesting. So I'm lining up on the seam first, and then I'm going to line up the corners. So you can see I'm not a perfect sewer. Got a little bit of the blue sticking out over the top. That's okay. This quilt has sashing, so your edges don't have to be perfect.
What's your quilt thread color there, the disappearing one that you like?
2615. It's called aluminum. Alright, so I've sewed past my first seam, so I'm going to make sure that my second seam nests properly, and if I need to, I'll pull on the bottom, or, yep, and I do. I've got a little bit of fullness in the top piece.
What machine are you sewing on, Joan?
This is the TL18. It's a straight stitch machine. Sews 1,200 stitches per minute.
It's pretty fast.
And that's on rabbit, not turtle.
That's on rabbit, not turtle. I find I sew straighter when I'm sewing faster.
Hi, Georgia. Welcome.
Last seam here.
So Kathy, I'm not sure on the gold. Was that a question for the airfill thread? Oh, she's talking about the scavenger hunt picture.
Oh.
Yeah. Chloe will have to message you with the tip.
And we're done. All we have to do is iron. See how quickly this is going to go to better? Go to better? Yeah.
I think you just got the checkered flag.
So one last press and we're done with that block. These will also be available on YouTube, right, Chloe?
Yeah.
So again, you can get the pattern on quiltershq.com. Type in sew space a space long, and all the patterns will come up, and you can download those for free.
And Chloe posted a link also, so you can always go back and grab it from there if you're watching.
And I'll post it again right now. So.
Second post. Makes her a double poster.
Double poster. And
that's like double dipping a chip or something.
Oops. Iron's been on for a minute and this builds up.
Empty the water.
Iron it dry here. So the nice thing about these Laura Star irons is they are dry steam. So normally steam would make your block shrink. Not so with this. And there's block number 2.
You know, there is a safety tip that goes with that. On any iron, really, don't get one of the disposable masks too close to it.
I know.
It glues to the bottom of the iron.
Oops. You did that? He did that? Robert!
So put a sign up. If you need a sign.
If you need a sign.
Okay, so now how do you clean the
How do you
iron,
clean
Robert?
these? Well, I have this iron at home, and I've
Water, right?
I used just a scratchy pad, like those green ones with the sponge on one side, green on the other. I just used water, scraped it off, worked great. Iron off. There's
So don't
another
let
product.
somebody come by and use your iron who doesn't know how to use it properly. That's the safety tip.
That wasn't on my iron at home, was it?
What happened? I don't know. No, I don't think
He's
so.
not talking. Did you notice that? He just kind of,
turned away like I don't
and
know what you're talking
I'm
about.
moving on.
All right.
Huh.
Looks like Chloe needs to give some clues out there. So we're working on those for you.
I'll put some clues out
For the
there.
scavenger hunt.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
online one.
So block number 2, what was that? Like 15 minutes start to finish?
pretty quick.
Probably faster if you're not talking.
Yeah. So,
Or if you don't
So
have
that's
a
a
cat
quick
walking.
holiday sew, right?
yeah, I mean, you can find 15 minutes in your day. And that was cutting and everything. So, this will go together quick. Piecing the rows together might take a minute, but we'll get it done.